Let's go! Five-star offensive line recruit Darius Gray from Virginia is being pursued by Brian Kelly and his staff. Look at that, man. Knocking that kid all the way back to Norfolk. He'll be in Destrehan by the end of this video. You see some offensive line and defensive line footage, so LSU is very much in the mix. And today, I'm going to tell you why this is such an important recruit. Can you name the highest ranked signee ever at LSU from the state of Virginia? At the end of the video, I will reveal who that is. But if Darius Gray does sign and his ranking remains the same, he would become that number one signee from VA. In fact, my roommate in college, shout out my guy T-Pain, he's from Virginia. And look, it is so interesting watching him play. There is a little bit of a twist that you sometimes see with elite athletes. We'll get to that in a second, but I rarely do non-commit film studies, especially in the NIL portal era, but it's very important that LSU gets at least one top 100 recruit to keep this streak alive. Bang! Make sure you go follow me on Twitter. LSU, this would be the fifth consecutive year they landed an offensive lineman in the top 100. They had only landed one in the previous 4 seasons combined, and that was Cardell Thomas. So give Brad Davis and Brian Kelly a lot of credit for changing the culture of offensive line play at LSU. Now, to land a player of this caliber, it is kind of strange seeing so many great defensive line clips mixed in, but you just saw what the Texas Tech kid got, and he was a higher-ranked prospect, $5.1 million over 3 years. I don't know if Gray's going to get that from anyone, but it's going to take a team effort to land this guy. Obviously, with him having so many suitors, Ohio State, I've seen him on recruiting visits to Tennessee, and so on and so on and so on. I watched him for a good bit today. The first thing, obviously, you see him just chunk that guy 20 yards down the field, basically. The first thing that really stands out is he loves playing both sides of the football. This kind of sort of is a Lamar Brown scenario where Lamar Brown himself played both sides of the football and will play defensive line. It looks as if Darius Gray will play offensive line. What's fascinating about that, though, is their height and weight are near identical. So it goes to show you that both of these guys have two-way athleticism, even though one will more than likely focus on defense, and the other, here Darius Gray, will focus on offense. The second thing that I really like about Darius Gray when it comes to a five-star offensive or defensive lineman is his pad level. That is what really stands out to me. You'll see him here in just a moment line up at fullback. So they basically just put him everywhere and just let him be an athlete. Here you go. Watch this lead block right there versus a smaller player. So normally when you see big behemoths, especially versus Virginia high school competition, you just kind of see them labor and throw guys around. Once they get their hands on them, they just throw the guy to the side. That's not really what Darius Gray does. If you really watch him closely, for a guy 6'4", going up against a lot of defensive and offensive linemen that are in that 5'11", 6-foot range, he oftentimes has better pad level than them, and that shows that he really appreciates the technique of the position. Because, to be honest, he's so athletic and so much more athletic than all of his competition. He doesn't need to do that, right? You see, that was a cut block that he was able to take care of. It doesn't work versus him as it does bigger guys because he plays with such good low center of gravity. So that's one thing I really do like. The second thing that really stands out are some of the athleticism metrics. So Andrew Ivins of 247 Sports says that he measured in at 34-inch arms. So I want to show you this clip coming up right here. Look at the pad level. I'll slow it down for you as well. This is a defensive end who has leverage on him on his outside shoulder. His job is to pin him inside. Look at how low he gets. Look at that. I mean, that is tough, and then a nice mean finish at the end. It's not easy, folks, when you are that freaking big. So, look, I really, really, really enjoyed watching him, as you can clearly see. This is the twist. A basketball star as well, right? Average nearly a double-double. Look at him showing a lot of emotion right there, getting up. And one final thing about that tape you just saw, that was his sophomore high school tape. That wasn't his latest. We'll get to that here in just a moment. But you see the explosiveness. You see the high IQ. You see the instinctiveness. He's not just a guy that out-athletes everyone. You see a bunch of guile and creativity in his game, spin moves, block shots. I mean, that is just Zion-esque, if you will, and just moves so fluidly for a person of his size. So he's not the absolute biggest guy, but, man, he is plenty big, and his frame will fill out, and I do see a really bright future for this young man. Between the legs, are you kidding me, Darius? Oh, a Paul Pierce step back? Yes, you are the truth, young man. Oh, look at this. Dribble, drive, pull up. Oh, yeah, mid-range ain't dead, baby. And you know it's meant to be when your home court in VA has a fleur-de-lis right in the middle of it. Spin move, left hand. Are you kidding me? Put it back up, son. So now you get some junior footage here, and he just got better, basically, just continuously just driving people all the way into the underworld. I love his motor. I love the passion he plays with. And what's interesting is as a sophomore, he won basically the Virginia Player of the Year, and he followed it up with an unbelievable, even better tape here. So here's the answer to the trivia question before I give my final thoughts. It is none other than Keelan Williams, right? Ego Ferguson was close. I think a lot of you remember him. And then you have Antoine Sampa was another top 100 recruit. The other two were actually good players for LSU, and I think Sampa transferred to a school named Campbell. I still don't know where Campbell is located, but I love their nickname, the Camels. But the truth is, this would be a really, really, really nice pickup for this LSU offensive line. And you could make a strong case that he is the most valuable player left on LSU's board that they can realistically get, right? Obviously, they have a lot of really, really good players, higher-ranked players that they already have committed, so you still have to be able to get them to sign. And obviously, of course, you would like to flip a guy like Bradford at Ohio State. But, man, this is just ginormous. It's so hard to find offensive linemen in the transfer portal. It's also just hard to land the high school offensive lineman because, well, the price is the price now. The talent is the talent. So it's going to take a Herculean effort, but I do think, based on what I'm hearing, LSU has a really good shot. So we'll see what happens over the next few weeks, if you will, months, whatever it may be. Obviously, I mean, you basically got to wait till the end of signing day. But anytime I could do a video and mention the great Keelan Williams, who was really nice to me while I was at LSU, by the way, you got to do it. So you saw that right there. Man, he's just so much fun to watch. The footwork. He just sent that kid to the underworld. It was unfreaking believable. So come on, Mr. Gray. You know where to go, baby. Floating in your face some other fun videos, and we'll talk to you soon. It is Power Hour LSU. Boom. Tonight, we're doing lemon pepper chicken wings.